Alright, so today we are heading over to Mike's little garage. Got a couple final steps on this bike. We just installed a new engine, and unfortunately the oil pan that's on the new engine, the threads are all fucked up on the female part. So what I was trying to say, I was leaving my house and all these people apparently showed up right as I was leaving. I don't know if it was like a landscaping crew or something, but anyway, we got this engine swapped about last week now, and we've been breaking in the new one. And it's a 2003 Yamaha R6. And now we have a 2007 R6 motor. So the 03 to 09, the motors are completely the same and compatible. No major issues. Well, that's a lie. So the oil plug on this new motor, the oil pan itself, the threads on the oil pan are, well, junk essentially. We got the old one in there, but when you pull the plug out, you can see like the metal from the inside of the pan inside the threads. So needless to say, that's got to be replaced. And I mean, fortunately, we have a pan from the old one. So we today are going to strip the pan off the old engine, strip the pan off this one. We're going to clean the old one up real nice, and we're going to put it on this motor here, let it sit overnight. And then we're going to put oil in it, and that's it. That's exactly what we're going to do. And I'm going to do like a little time-lapse thing, so it actually speeds it up. And I'll stop here and there. I'll show you what needs to be done. It's really just a couple of bolts. You got to remove the underbelly, what I call the underbelly plastic from the bike. You got to remove your exhaust from the manifold all the way back, which is just a couple of bolts. Set that aside, and then you pretty much have access to the pan. So we'll get right to it. But real quick, as you see, I was just under here and I was checking out the plug. You can actually see, well, maybe not, I can see it. I don't know about you, but there's like a little bit of oil right there, but I know there's oil in it, so it's slowly dripping out of there, which yeah, we're gonna get right to fixing that right now. But first we got to make a spot to do it. So let's clean up a little bit first. Set it right there. Okay. And then we're going to move the homies out. I just want you guys to, that's a new pipe you just got. I don't know where you got it, but that thing is sweet. I need one of those for mine. It looks good too. I like the blue and the purple, you know. Anyway, I just wanted to show you guys that. Alright, and now we are going to move his bike out. Staying in neutral? I guess so. This is like the lightest bike in the world. If you like light bikes, get yourself a 2022 YZFR6, because that's what this thing is, and it's like paper light. Okay, we got that out. And now, I think move some stuff around briefly. Alright, so the first thing we want to do, like I said, is remove this underbelly. So we got fasteners here, here, one here, I believe one on the other side as well. Two here, one on the side, and then about 2 or 3 up here. Or if you're ghetto like me, you might have a couple zip ties along the way. We're going to remove that first. And the first thing I want to do while the bike's still hot from the ride over here is I want to get on unbolting that exhaust manifold first, because while the engine's nice and hot, it's less likely to break a bolt or stud. So that is what we're going to be doing first. Alright, so we have removed the underbelly, the side fairings on both sides, and now we have our exhaust manifold, which I know it's a little bit dark in there, but there is 4 pipes because it's 4-cylinder, and we have 2 bolts and nuts per pipe. You can see one of them right there. It's a good shot. Now you can see it. So we're going to get in there, and we're going to start taking those off one by one. I'm hoping that this radiator will allow me to do what I gotta do without getting in my way too much. So alright, we have got all those bolts, all the nuts off there. Actually, one of the bolts came out with it, but you know what? It's okay, as long as the stud didn't break. I'm happy with that. The radiator was not as bad to get around as I thought. You just gotta have the right tools, which, so you know what I used for this was 3/8 12-inch extension. I think that's a 6 or a 9. And I had I think the OEMs are 12 millimeter. I had a couple 13s on there, but OEM is all 12 millimeter. So that's all you need for that. Some of you might have another bolt here to hold the exhaust. Mine does not have that. So by rights, this should come right on out of there. Let me just put these somewhere safe. Okay. And now I'm gonna drop. Don't leave razor blades on top of what you're working on. Holy fuck. Okay, I should be cut my head off. There we go. That's our exhaust. Pretty straightforward. Now, look at that. We got all that out of the way. That's great. And like I was telling you, you can really see it now. See how that thing's dripping? Well, that ain't supposed to be doing that. Not even a little. So, we are going to move over here to our old engine. We're going to get this oil pan off. Now, I don't know how I want to do this yet. I kind of need to flip her upright, or upside down, or west side down. Alright. Alright. Now, this is what we're looking at. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 bolts going all the way around. I believe that's your oil pressure sensor. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think. You know what? Yeah, because that looks the same on this. Yeah, that's exactly the same. Alright, so we're going to start cracking that open.
Yeah, I'll pull this off while you do that, and I'll get this prepped.
Alright. Here, I'm going to let this thing film you do that. Put a little time lapse on it. I already showed the bolts that you're taking out. Alright, we got one pan off over here, and this pan's coming off next.
Is that on film and not...
This is on film and not time-lapse.
Okay, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we got fancy tools for fancy
That'll
things.
save you some time.
Alright, so I'm going to crawl back under here and get this taken off.
This is pretty good.
Alright, you got all the bolts out from there. Just got to tap that and it should fall right out. We got the new pan over here. How's that look?
The new used pan.
Brake clean the living shit out of it.
Yeah, there's gonna be a residual in there. I'm not gonna be able to get it all, but this is all I care about is the surface. And
Okay.
it's pretty clean.
It's got some, like, you know.
It's oil.
Can we spray the inside out a little bit?
You can, but
Just a ladle.
not even. I already did.
Uh-oh.
I just don't want to. You were complaining about me spraying brake clean, so I just stopped.
Spray more brake clean. I like it.
I thought you were gonna die over there.
I was.
Ooh. This
That's a good sound.
oil might come out.
Okay, so what do you want? The pan?
Do you want to save as much of your oil as possible, or do you want to?
I mean, how much is going to come out?
I don't know. It depends on what's residual. Nothing may come out, but
Do you have a cup? Like a little solo cup or something inside?
no. Well, yeah, I have a solo cup.
Or you just...
It's on top of the fridge.
Yeah.
Good job. The professionals. Ready?
Yep.
Nothing came out. We're good. Oh, oil. Stretch my oil. That's not very much oil.
Okay.
You gotta take that sensor out. Just leave it plugged in.
Look, we got another gasket. Well, yeah, that gasket's pretty well gone. Now there's just an O-ring on that,
Yes.
so that'll be fine to go back. Alright, I'm gonna gasket this up.
Just clamp your GoPro right there.
There you go. Helps to have wood around, isn't it?
Yeah.
Kind of smells good.
If you say so.
Tell everybody what you're using and why it's the best shit to use.
So it's 3-bond. I don't even know how to say it. But we do Subaru chain case reseals on these newer Subarus. And this stuff
Is the best.
works way better than regular like gray RTV. It's expensive, but it's
So is your fucking Subaru. Or in this case, the R6.
3-bond. If you want to seal any oil pan or anything, this is what you use. That's plenty.
Alright.
Fucking oil pans suck to do. So you're like so paranoid that they're gonna leak.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Good?
You got that the right way?
I believe so.
Okay. Yeah, looks like you got it right. Yeah, you're in. You're in. I gotcha.
Okay.
Just get a couple started and then.
Pretty sure that I don't know what side's what. Fuck.
I think the brackets are all the same. So you know where to go. Yep. And it'll be good if you see a little bit of squish coming out of it. That'll be perfect. You should.
Does that look right?
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Cool.
Let's get one right here. Alright, we got the new pan on. It's sealed. There's that 3-bond working its magic. Let it sit overnight. Let's get the exhaust back on and we're just gonna put it back together, let it sit, and be back and fire it up tomorrow.